Frugal Force. This is Captain Frugal reporting for duty, and today I'm going to be talking about Dead Island 2 is still happening and is very important. As you can see, this article is by Mariam Khan. This was released, this article was on November 15th, 2019, and the reason I'm covering this, if you didn't know, I'm a fan of the Dead Island series. I really like Dead Island. Riptide I didn't care for as much. It just was more of the same. A little bit too much fetch quests, if you will, for Riptide. But where I thought the game really shined in the Dead Island series is not single player, but is actually multiplayer. That's when you get with family or friends and things, or a combination of both, and just have a good time. And that's where the game really, in my opinion, was fun. I had the most fun when I played with others, unless it was glitching out because my crappy internet or whatever, and cutting me off and messing up the game and driving me off a cliff because it just aired out. But, as a matter of fact, this was Dead Island was one of my first game reviews. Was a Dead Island game. So, and that's back when I just put the video camera on the TV screen. So anyway, the reason I want to talk about this is I don't believe this article. I really don't. I don't believe it makes me sad because Dead Island 2 is in development hell. We've seen it with games like Duke Nukem and things, and so if it does come out, I'm going to be very skeptical right off the bat that it's going to be any good whatsoever. Because usually games that are trapped in this development hell are, let's be honest, less than spectacular. I mean, Duke Nukem wasn't great. I didn't think it should have got quite as much hate as it got. I know, but it still wasn't great. So anyway, let's look there. Remember this trailer? Clear back in 2014. 2014, people, and we're in 2019, at the end of 2019, and we still haven't seen it, which makes me think, well, okay, this trailer was out well before we had really anything done, and then we've seen stuff supposedly of it in the making and things, but I think a lot of that has been junked. So let's look what this article says. It says Dead Island 2's advancement continues to be, and this is true here, tumultuous procedure with the spot shifting hands more than once, and that's the sport shifting hands more than once. That's the kicker right there. It's been shifting. That's at development hell. However, like the zombie gamers will eventually experience inside, the sport is very much still living, shuffling towards its own launch. And, I love zombie games. People know that. Whoops. I love these zombie games. Absolutely. But, what's going to happen here? I mean, we'll see. It is a significant continuation of the series for anybody who enjoyed the first Dead Island. Remember, Dead Island Riptide was really 1.5. It wasn't Dead Island 2. And then there was another Dead Island kind of game that pretty much just flopped incredibly hard. It wasn't anything like the other two. They were trying something different. I can't say it's good or bad. I haven't actually played it yet. Matter of fact, I don't know if I have it. I might actually even have it. I don't know. I'll have to look. Well, anyway, it says, so, if anybody enjoyed the first Dead Island, which, as I said, I did if you play with others especially, and based on distributor, writer, here we are, Koch Media, the newest is very important to them, supposedly. Also, Dead Island 2 remains in the works. Well, we'll see. That's what they claim it is. It's likely to be a kick-butt zombie match. Well, what else is it supposed to be? The game wasn't exactly highbrow. It was, it was, you just slash and shoot and blow things up and kill as many zombies as possible. Let me take a sip of my coffee here, because for some reason I can't speak right now. There were the media there. They talked about the game industry biz concerning the organization's commitment towards its own classic-based series. Once the available questions regarding Dead Island 2 came up, THQ Nordic and Koch Media have verified previously which Dead Island 2 is actually occurring to guarantee any fans who have been concerned about statements that stated the match once more had a brand new studio overseeing it. And that's part of the problem. It's just, this thing here, it keeps getting bounced around, plain and simple. All right, which once again is not a good sign. Absolutely not. So when asked if improvements such as these have been, I don't want to skip that up there. I don't want to do that. Okay, we're concerned about absolutely. It says when asked if improvements such as these have ruined the expectations of Dead Island 2, the switching of hands and things whatsoever, the CEO joked about being his favorite query before reiterating how significant that the Dead Island string is to the corporation. If it was that important, I think we would have seen it already. I really do. I don't have faith in them on this. My favorite question, he explained, appearance, Dead Island is a really important brand for individuals, and we have got to get it right. Now, that I agree. They need to get it right. It is only a testimony of our commitment to get it right, because we've been waiting how long? If it comes out and it's a turd, they're going to kill the franchise. Look what happened to Duke Nukem. Okay, that one that came out did not meet expectations. It was in development hell for a long time. It failed, and it failed hard overall. So, well, actually, it did make good money. It made money, but it was looked back at very badly, and so they knew we can't release another one probably for a long time because the response for it was really, really negative. He additionally addressed that the numerous events the game's evolution has changed to a distinct studio throughout its evolution. He said it's a good story for individuals to point out that it matches on its third studio today. But he expects that the folks who have been awaiting it is going to judge it longer on the last outcome. Sure, absolutely it's going to be judged there, but once again, it's bouncing all over. So it means everything that we've seen up to this point could be hit the garbage and never see the light of day. Possibly the most reassuring remark of the CEO was the announcement that it will be a kick-butt zombie match as it finally releases. If it ever releases. Who knows? I think this may be bundled with Half-Life 3. I hope you get the humor there. Which is sad because I want to see both of those games. I want a Half-Life 3. Come on, Valve. Get off your butts and get this done. I know you're making money with Steam and doing that rather than actually producing your own content again, because that takes risk and it takes a lot more money, but dang, that would be nice. But maybe that's why. Maybe they're afraid that the follow-up won't be as good. It's a fantastic story to inform everybody that it's on its third studio. Yeah. As I said, they'll be judged on their last results. I'm very afraid of. Dead Island 2 doesn't currently have a release date, nor does it have a time for when it'll be published, which means even more likely that we will never see this game, that it'll never see the light of day. There are rumors, though, it'll be a launch title for the next generation consoles. However, now think about that. This was released on PS3, people, the original. So no PS4 release. Now they're already talking about a new release on a new generation console. That's going to probably push it back even farther. Which makes sense, though, because if you don't have a release date, and you know, that means then, because a new generation console is probably going to be next year, November, for PlayStation. Next year, 2020, November of 2020 is probably when we're going to see PlayStation 5. So that means they're saying it will most likely be on this console, PlayStation 5, which means another year out, which means they probably really have a long way to go, which shows even less faith in this game potentially coming out. So remember that. There are rumors, though, it'll be a launch now for next generation consoles. Even, however, those on the PlayStation 4, Xbox will almost surely have the ability to play it there too, considering how long it's been in development. I don't bank on that. There's a lot here I would not bank on for this game. So ultimately, here's my thoughts. I want a Dead Island 2. I enjoy, really, once again, the best way to play, in my opinion, Dead Island was to play it with a friend, couch co-op, or, you know, with the PlayStations, two PlayStations next to each other, each on a different TV, or, of course, elsewhere over the internet. I had a great time playing with one of my brothers and some friends, and that was just a great way to play it. But I just don't see this. So here's my thought. My question to you is, do you think Dead Island 2 will ever happen? And if it does, do you think it'll be on PlayStation 5 or the new Xbox? Combination of those. Will it be on PlayStation 4 as well? Or is it just going to be the next generation? Or is this going to just never happen and it's going to be another Half-Life 3? I'm very curious to know your thoughts. Also, if you enjoy these videos like this, just talking about games and things like that, and comics, you enjoy this channel, please be sure to help us out. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, because evidently, you know, the subscription thing just doesn't matter for YouTube because it sucks. Also, YouTube does not help me in the metrics at all. They tend to hate this channel. So if you can leave a comment down below, I'd love you to answer the questions I've been. Just stir up some fun gamer questions if you don't mind. If you feel yourself in a good position to help the channel, look down to the links below. We have ways you can help the channel. All right, well, thank you for watching. Until next time, keep it frugal. Thanks for sticking with me through this. If you don't mind and you enjoy videos like this, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe, and even bigger, hit that notifications bell, because evidently that means a lot. Also, if you find yourself in the position that you can help the channel and you want to, you say, hey, I like this stuff. If you don't mind, go down to the info bar down below. We have a link for our Patreon, which you can join our Patreon for as little as $1 a month, which gets you special posts that are only for the patrons. So sometimes I do Frugal Force videos that are patron only, or special versions of videos.
I also do random Frugal Force giveaways where I just take a random person out there with a random number generator. It selects who it is, and I send them stuff, whether it be games or comic books or both, whoever knows. And sometimes I even just ask you guys questions or shoot up a message, and I greatly appreciate you checking those out. Also, if you find that maybe that's not for you, you don't like Patreon, we have it in the info bar as well, a Streamlabs link there where you can click on that and just give a one-time donation, and that helps the channel. All those proceeds are going right back into the channel to help Little Frugal and I and his sister, the American Dream, my wonderful little girl, and our family continue to have fun doing this and sharing this with you. All right, thank you very much. Thank you, subscribers. Thank you for all the ones who have stuck it out with me this long, and all the new ones that have joined on too. Thank you. We greatly appreciate it. And don't be afraid to leave a message in the comments section too. We love to read them. All right, thanks, and until next time, keep it frugal.